Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm just going to take a quick look at what you should do as soon as you get a new Zippo lighter or a Zippo style lighter. So the first thing that you should do is once you open it up, pull the insert out. So this one's not a Zippo, this one's a Zorro lighter, but it's the exact same concept. So what we'll do is we'll flip it upside down and we're going to take that screw out on the bottom. Now, underneath this screw, there is going to be a spring, and then there's going to be the flint for the lighter as well. So just slowly turn that out, making sure that we don't lose the flint or the spring. We can see that we have the flint holder, the spring, and our screw all in one piece. And then you can see that we have our flint after that. The next thing you're going to want to do is remove the felt from the bottom. And to do that, you just want to stick something in there and lift it up. And then inside, we're going to have little cotton balls or little cotton strips. So as you can see, there's going to be about 3 cotton balls in the bottom. 4th cotton ball in there, we'll get that one out as well. So what you want to do is take your wick, you want to slide that back in. And what you want to do is kind of make a little S pattern. Once you get your wick back in, what we're going to want to do is pull these cotton balls apart a little bit. And essentially what we want to do is have our wick on one side. So we're going to push that off to one side. And we'll just use our knife blade in this case to do that. And then we'll slide that in. And you want to make sure you're getting it as even as you can. And keeping it all to that one side. Once you've got that piece in, we want to take our wick, pull that over as much as we can. Then we're going to slide in another cotton ball on the other side of our wick. So we'll do the same thing. We'll just pull that apart a little bit, fluff it up. And then using our knife blade, we'll kind of push that to the side. And then we'll slide our cotton ball in. And we can use our knife blade to help push that in as well. And the reason why we're doing this is it's going to make it so that the actual lighter fluid, when we put it in, is going to get sucked up a lot easier. And because that lighter fluid's coming out a little bit easier, it's also going to make it so that when you put that lighter fluid in, you're going to be able to use more of that lighter fluid as well. And then we'll put our last cotton ball, and we'll make sure that we spread that out around as much of it as we can. And try and tuck as much as that as you can in around the corner so that we're not taking that wick out of the middle, because we want that wick to be in the middle of our lighter. Now to fuel that up, we'll just open up our lighter fluid and we'll pour that right along the center of it, making sure we get as much in there as we can. Now some people think you should soak it until it starts coming out the bottom. I don't recommend that you actually put that much in. Then we're going to put our piece of compressed felt in, and then we're going to put our flint, back in. It's upside down. Then we'll put our flint back in, followed by our spring and our screw. Once we have it back together, we'll slide it into the case. The last thing I'd recommend you do is get a little bit of lighter fluid on the wick as well. So we have a little bit of lighter fluid on the wick there now, and we'll just give that a minute to soak in before we light that. Now, by having done that to our Zippo style lighter or our Zippo lighter, it makes it so that we'll get more fluid in there. That fluid's all going to go into the wick. If you have the wick off to one side and all the cotton balls jammed in around it, what's going to happen is most of the fluid is not going to be able to get to the wick. But by making sure that you have that wick in the middle, it's going to ensure that you have that ability to get all that fluid that's in there, that's possible to go to that wick, able to go to that wick. Now, about once a week, what I'd recommend you do is just add that one drop of lighter fluid to your wick there, even if you're not using that lighter. And then once every 2 to 3 weeks, if you're using it, fill that lighter back up again and you won't have any issues with your lighter. Thanks a lot, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.
Typically have the gas insert that has butane in it. But the reason I have this one in right now is because it does allow you to light it, and it will stay lit. The reason why I like this with my bow is because it'll allow me to work on my bow, heat part of it up. So what I was doing is I heated up one of my arrows. I had to re-glue the tip back in after I shot it at some small game. That allowed me to heat it up, re-glue the tip back in, and then put my lighter away. That way I was able to use both hands at the same time.